Hello, this is Idodmg and welcome back to the channel. In this Dwarven Realms video, we are at the end of Season 18, Mythics of the Realm, and here in a day or two, we're going to be starting Season 19, Forger of the Worlds. I kind of wanted this video to just be a little bit of a wrap-up of Season 18. It was my first season actually playing Dwarven Realms, and this is going to be one of my new main games. This and Last Epoch are kind of my two games that I'm just absolutely pumped for to see where the games keep going, and I'm really pumped for Last Epoch 1.0. But over here on Dwarven Realms, I really kind of want to just show off what we accomplished in Season 18, so we have it for the books, and a little bit about what I'm excited for Season 19, Forger of Worlds. Let's go ahead and talk about it right now. As I said, Season 18 was my first time ever playing Dwarven Realms, and there was so much that I learned from the game, and that's why I've been really cranking out the videos so that I can share my knowledge with you, and hopefully they have proven beneficial. In Season 18, I almost got to level 500. My goal, honestly, was like level 300. I was like, yeah, let's see what the game's about, and kind of go from there. But the more I played the game, I kind of realized that Rupture level 100 is kind of like the introductory to the end game. And that was kind of my goal. I think the highest Rupture I actually managed to clear was a Rupture level 90. Yeah, you can see right here, I got to level 479. I completed a Rupture 90. And we did a couple different dungeons here as well, which isn't that huge of a deal. But I wanted to talk a little bit about my build, because it's going to be interesting as this game develops through early access to see how much it changes and some of the different things they add. For example, in Season 19, they're going to be adding a belt slot, which is going to really kind of switch up. I know it's going to at least switch up my playstyle for the game and kind of the skills that I'm using. So if you're playing Dwarven Realms, you already know that these three items down here are your offhand items, and these are what give you your skills. In Season 18, I've stacked the same skill 3 times just for more damage and more chance that it's always up, and that is Ferocity of Wolves. Here's what Ferocity of Wolves looks like, and they're actually bears because on mine I have that modifier that makes them be wolves instead of bears, and it actually does increase the damage significantly. Now in Season 18, if you had a Ferocity of Wolves that was not bears, it was literally wolves, but maybe it did more damage than the bears. If it did less than like 100% more damage, the bears were actually stronger than the wolves, and I love that about this game. You can actually have this target dummy here to actually test out what is more powerful. There's so much about this game that I really enjoy. So I'm really excited for Season 19. I think we're going to try to do a completely different build. I'm thinking maybe a bow and arrow build. I don't even know if that's viable or not, but I kind of want to try other skills that are a little bit more interesting. The reason I went for Ferocity of Wolves this season was because it was just the highest number out of all the skills in the game. Another massive thing that I really learned from playing Dwarven Realms this season, Season 18, was how important your maximum health pool is. Now, I don't know if a lot of people fall into the same trap as me, but this happens in almost every action RPG for me, is I just focus on damage output instead of survivability, and it always comes back to bite me in the butt. And that was true for Dwarven Realms as well. Maximum health and armor are one of your two most important stats. I was trying to get my maximum health up to 30k before the end of the season just to see how high I could push, but we're kind of running out of time since I've been putting in a bunch of work into all these videos for you guys. But armor is your other stat that's pretty important as well. It doesn't show you how much of a damage reduction this is or anything like that, so it'll be interesting to see next season how high we can get these two stats. And then when it comes to damage, obviously your strength, and the other thing that's really important too is your life leech. And life leech comes in two forms. You have life steal chance, so your chance to actually rock that life steal, which is from agility. But then you also have endurance, which increases how much lifesteal you get when it actually procs as well. So those two you kind of want to balance. You can see my endurance is a little bit low, but I really haven't had many issues staying alive in most of my ruptures so far. I almost wonder though, if I upped those two, if I'd be able to push a little bit easier. Although I know currently my health pool is really what's holding me back. The last thing I wanted to show off here for Season 18 is my fossil. Here's what it looks like. You can see it, if you're on the Discord for Dwarven Realms, there's a show-off channel, and there's people that have way higher numbers on theirs than I do. But early on, I couldn't really decide what skill I wanted to go, and I was really messing around with those fire mages, the Delusion of Zelkros abilities. I really liked that ability when I very first started playing, but then I saw how much damage Ferocity of Wolves does, and so I just went Lightning and Ferocity. Another thing I wanted to point out real quick here in the game is on these pets, which if you saw our pet guide video, you're already ahead of the curve on this. And you know how that I got all these perks on this pet. There are 2 perks on here. The lightning abilities also benefit from fire bonus and arcane bonus. You can see on the bottom there. Now those don't seem to be a 100% conversion. And what I mean by that is if you have 100 fire bonus damage and you deal a lightning ability, it's only going to actually gain about 80 of that fire bonus. Now, I don't know the exact numbers, but in my limited amount of testing on the target dummy, it did seem like stacking just raw lightning damage was actually better than relying on arcane and fire bonus to supplement that lightning ability damage from that perk on the pet. But then again, there's certain items that roll multiple element damages, so it would just kind of be a little bit of a perk there as well, so it does add up at the end of the day. But when it comes to priority, you really just want to kind of stick to your main element. Anyway, that's one other thing that I learned from Season 18. Looking forward to Season 19, I'm really excited. The number one thing I'm excited for, as I mentioned, is that belt slot. They're also going to be adding 3 new abilities, Lightning Totems, Arcane Totems, and Atomic Firebombs. We'll have to see what those are all about. They're also adding in 2 new bosses, a mid-game boss and a higher tier end-game boss as well. Again, I really didn't get much into the end game because I really spent Season 18 just learning about the game. And I'm really excited to see how far and how fast I can push in Season 19. In Season 19, they're also going to be adding new modifiers that you can find on gear, and of course, optimizations. I'm really excited to dive into Season 19 and just see what the game's about. I'm trying to get more streams going for you guys out there, but I've been putting in so much time and work into just making videos because I feel like I've gained so much knowledge about Dwarven Realms that I would love to get it all out into these videos for you and I to enjoy, so that when I jump into Last Epoch on the 21st of February and I end up coming back to Dwarven Realms, because I know I will, at least I'll have all that information to go back to and just jump back into the game seamlessly. Maybe when we're waiting between cycles on Last Epoch or something, who knows what the future is going to hold. But that's going to wrap it up for this Dwarven Realms video season wrap up. Getting ready for Season 19 here in a few days. Hopefully you found this video useful or entertaining. If so, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more action RPG videos. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.